You can remember perhaps from our work with peak moments how the self that supposedly directs everything was not orchestrating your peak moment. If anything, that small self diminished or disappeared altogether. Athletes, painters, musicians, carpenters, writers, all say the same thing, that when they are in the zone, all sensation of self existing separately from the ongoing activity disappears. So the whole idea with unborn mind is that one does not need a self in order to be alive in the world. One can remain unborn, a part of each dependently arising moment of world, and things work out just fine. Let me illustrate this for you in terms of that dependently arising moment of breakfast that we've been investigating. There is partner, breakfast cooking, sunlight coming through the window, sound of bacon in the pan. As of yet, there is no differentiated self experiencing this moment. You are unborn. This dependently arising, interwoven, and empty moment has not yet devolved into an assembly of solid objects and people, all existing separately. No differentiated self is running this moment, but as Bankei points out, things are still working fine. The bacon is getting flipped. Coffee is getting poured. Then that moment of birth occurs. There is a moment of attachment, of grabbing onto phenomena. The gap in the refrigerator door. The small self gets generated, a bundle of concepts about open doors and partners, and how this particular arrangement of world could or should be. This bundle of concepts instantly arises into a moment of self, one that is a little bit irked about the situation, one that is generating a solidified conceptual version of the world that includes properly closed doors, a better partner, and a happier future self. The original moment of sunlight and partner and breakfast cooking and so on was just that, a moment, a momentary arrangement of world. But the world you are suddenly in now is built out of concepts: partner, properly closed door, future self, and all of these concepts are ontologically extended in time. We then attempt to position our concept of self, a self which is also ontologically extended in space and time, in relationship to these other concepts: a more thoughtful partner, a closed refrigerator door. None of these concepts are really there in the world. It's all mental activity. Each arrangement of world lasts just a moment. So all these concepts that extend in both time and space violate the basic ontology of the world that's actually going on. But by this point, we are grabbing on so hard that we think that all of this is real. We think our concepts actually exist. And we think that the conceptual me that we have positioned in relation to the concepts is who we are. We get born. And this is how the phenomenal moment of sunlight and breakfast and table and lover becomes our conceptual landscape of solid world and separate self. So, in terms of Zen, you want to stop getting born like this, or at least notice when you're getting born and grab a bag of popcorn. Realize that it's not real, and let it go as soon as you can. It all boils down to attachment. It's always a single action of grabbing on that results in you being born. This birth always results in both a conceptual self and a conceptual world, one that this self seems to be moving through. It's all seamlessly continuous, coherent, and believable. We are quite sure that it's real. So off we go into that world. And this happens moment after moment, all our lives long. We get born, again and again.